Those two say it's wet out. It rained pretty good overnight. I went to let the pups out when I got up. And I got a feeling Becky let them out not too long before, maybe. Because they really weren't interested in getting off more than a foot away from the door. Part of that might be because it was really dumping them. And these girls, they think they want some breakfast. What do you think, ladies? Is somebody going to come up and say hello to me? Anybody? Anybody? Huh? Oh, maybe, but you're not sure. Oh. 4:45's getting close. Huh. Yeah, you haven't done that before, stepping up from the back. You're the one I would expect to come up and see me. Followed by her. Those are the two that have been closest. Anyway, I'm going to get my feeding done. I did not make the mistake I did yesterday. I did not lay there in bed, up and moving. I know better. I always do. But you just got, some days you just really don't want to crawl out of bed. And I paid for it dearly yesterday. Honestly, still paying for it today. And I do wish you'd learn to clean the walkway off. She doesn't care because she doesn't walk across it. And I get here and there's no way I can walk across this and live. If the wind doesn't blow hard enough, I gotta lean against all this that she didn't knock off. Then I get in trouble later. How come the couch is full of hay? Who did that? I don't know. Wasn't me. That's cause and effect. Becky was just freaking out. There it went.
What is it?
She thought it was an owl. I don't think that was an owl.
Where'd he go?
He went down
behind that
out.
shop. No, something just moved down there. It was big.
That looked more like one of them sparrowhawks or whatever.
I think it's
neighbors up the road call them a cockerel or something. I always call them sparrowhawks. Kind of a little falcon. I think that's what that was. That's what it looked like to me in the camera when it floated off.
I didn't see it. I didn't get a fucking chance to see it.
Yes, it's still getting with it out there. So we haven't fed bales yet. Oh, and while I'm at it here, Becky told me a little bit ago, she says, hey, it's Russ Thomas's birthday. Thomas Farms TN. So swing by, wish him a happy birthday if you want to. He's going to start cutting beans after lunch, what he said, when I wished him a happy birthday. And this would have been Andy Detwiler's birthday. So happy birthday up there, Andy. Miss you, buddy. Go ahead. Ask her what we're going to town for now.
27-gallon storage totes because they're on Black Friday sale. I got 8 yesterday. I'm getting 20 today because there's so much shit we have to put in them.
We cleaned out Lowe's yesterday. Now we're going to clean out Home Depot, apparently.
We're not going to clean them out. They have 1,100.
Oh, they have 11. Oh, that's a lot more than Lowe's had. Well, Lowe's probably had more in the back.
For $9 and change a piece.
That's cheaper than the ones that are like a 3-gallon or something. So.
Yeah, and so I thought
anyway,
20 of them
that's what we're doing on this wonderful day. Always love people. They don't know which way they're going until they're here. See, he could have gone straight and run me over at 60 miles an hour, whether he used his turn signal or not. Back in the day, everybody used their turn signal there, whether they were locals or not. Anymore, we do. And maybe half a dozen other people that have been out here forever. Other than that, most don't.
Happy birthday, Russ.
Yeah, there she said it. Happy birthday, Russ.
And happy birthday to Andy Detwiler. Wish I could have 5 minutes in heaven to have a chat with you.
Anyway, so, and it really hasn't let up. So we haven't fed yet. They may just have to bite the bullet and get soaked. Not like they need it for another couple hours when they get let in the barn anyway. And I'm hoping tomorrow is not like this, but I got a feeling it's going to be. So it's going to be full rain gear, and we're going to be wet. Cows aren't going to like his hand the first couple of times, but after that they aren't going to care. And of course, if it's like this, the calves that get dehorned, they'll have to stay inside where they can't go outside for a couple of days and let them heal up. Elevated dance floor with a rug on it. It's a bunch of those totes underneath it. Oh, and somebody screwed up on this corner. It was not me. These got moved in. They shouldn't have. That thing about killed the washing machine last night. Then it got put in the dryer. That didn't go well either. So we didn't finish. It didn't finish the spin in the washing machine because the washing machine was literally walking its way out of the room. So then it got shoved in the dryer this morning. I told Becky, I said, we can either lay some boards over that feeder and stretch it over that. Or we got home and I said, where do you want your totes? I said, we put part of them in here. We can lay it on here. It'll dry better here. She was going to do it in the garage. And I said, it ain't going to dry in the garage. Between that and the ceiling fan, it will help it dry. And for the record, this was Becky's end. I had the middle. Ty had this end. This end looks pretty good. It's not close to the floor. And I did not put that in there. That was out farther when we laid them up. So I'm going to straighten them out so it keeps it off the floor. Then, since it hasn't let up, I'm going to go out and get wet. At least I only have to put 2 bales in, and it's straight in, dump, go back and get the other one. Ty said something about putting a bale up on the deck, but we can do that either tomorrow afternoon or Tuesday. Either way, doesn't matter. So, now you know how our day's been. Wet. Not sure who. Oh, wait. Here she is. Yep. 241. She was standing here by the gate a minute ago. That's 111J. Oh, that's that heavy girl. Yeah, if she's open, Brent's got to make a road trip. She's too fat to put in the freezer. And I'm just going to step back. Step back and let them get done. Dancer must have stepped wrong because she limped on the way in, but she's fine now. That's either a 6 number or it's that new cow with the red tag. Looks like it's a red tag cow. It's got a red back on the tag anyway, so it must be. Then we got a couple of the young ladies. There's a chrome girl there and one of her counterparts. I was concerned when we turned the bulls out because most of those yearlings were on the small side, in my opinion. There's another one right there, and they're not small. I mean, she's not much smaller than that cow next to her, and that cow next to her is not a slouch. And looks like everybody else is going to stand out in the rain and let these girls get first dibs. So I'm going to go finish feeding. If the dogs get out of the way, they'll probably come in. She is lame, right front. Looks like it might be a little swollen. She might just have a rock in it. She's walking better now. But she's still, yeah, you can see her favoring it. She had a hell of a time getting in the barn. So I just texted Ty. Well, she will get checked tomorrow when she comes through. I'm going to put money on it. It's probably a rock. Because that does happen. Mom used to get so mad at me because I'd scrape the lot. Well, you know, when it's knee deep, you can't keep doing stuff in it. Hi, Minnie Moo. And, you know, you can't get out here and do anything. And if it's calving season, you know, they don't all calve in the barn. I've found funny looking spots in the muck out here and gone out and pulled one out before it drowned. But unfortunately, before I scrape, the rock actually is floated up. I mean, it'll be a foot up into the manure slop, whatever. And when I scrape, it kind of disturbs what's underneath it. And then sometimes you get one that gets some stuck. It is what it is. I texted Ty and she wants to know if it's a calf or a cow. Because I know her calf's around here somewhere. He's probably in that pen. Unless it's a she. Honestly, I don't know. But anyway. Now that's up a little bit. Not a lot, but a little. Sure, now that I'm all done, it's just tinkling now. The rain literally just quit like 2 minutes ago. And I'm being summoned to go upstairs. I don't know what they found now. So, call this the end. And Ty wanted to get some calves sorted off, but we can get that done in the morning. And by the way, I emptied that, it was clear up here. And I figured half an inch. So I dumped it. I actually didn't quite have half an inch left in it when I dumped it. That's what we got since then. And the one in the house, which is on the peak of the roof right there, that one is right on a full inch less. I don't get it. I mean, unless that ended up with a leaf or something laying over it, I can see that happening. Because it counts it when it goes through. If it can't go through, it can't count it. So, anyway, that's our Sunday. We got to sort. There's 2 steers, I think, that get dehorned, and there's 2 that might have nubbins, which they'll just get burned if we do anything with them. It's going to depend on where they're going. If they stay here, we probably won't do anything about it. And those guys, poor puppies, locked up in their pen, and the cat teasing them. What do you think, Balin? Huh? Good boy. Bandit, why you jump up? Huh? You just want to say hi? Good boy, Ghost. And they both jump. They've actually been pretty good. Before I fed, I let them out to go potty and bring them back in, and I ask them to get in their pen, and they do. A couple are a little reluctant sometimes, but they don't argue. And no, I don't use the collars to do it. I snap my fingers and ask them to get in their pen. And that's how it should be. And Ghost is kind of coming to a whistle. I got Bandit to sort of listen to it last night. Yeah, brat. Balin, he's kind of like, yeah, whatever. I mean, he perks up to it. So I was hoping the other dog could kind of teach him that, hey, when he whistles, get your butt up there. But that hasn't happened. Anyway, that's enough for the day. Take my coat off, go see what they want me for. So thank you all for watching. Oh, there's a mosquito in here too. Go figure. And, yeah, we'll see what tomorrow is. Hopefully tomorrow's not a bad day. Don't need that. I mean, at the moment, for money flow, it'd be kind of nice, but that doesn't do us any good later. People say, oh, yeah, you got cows. All you got to do is sell a few. Yeah. You sell 3 cows now, especially if they're young cows. You just gave up on, let's say 3 of them, you gave up on potentially 10 calves out of each one. If they stuck around long enough, that's a lot of money later. People don't think about that. But that's something we think about every freaking year. I mean, last year it worked out. We needed the money and we had a bunch of lates. I'm not going to try to calve them in June. Can you imagine how our year would have been if we were doing calves in June? It's one thing to have one once in a while, but to have 20 or 30 of them, that does not work for us. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you all have a great Monday.